Game 3 between the two players. So they just started. We see an Inquisition of Kozilek from Albrecht. He's playing Jund. Missing, because see, that's how Sun and Moon rolls. It's just a bunch of big stuff that locks people out. He was hoping to maybe hit a Blood Moon with it.
Yes. Blood Moon is the real prize against Jund for the Sun and Moon deck. It plays Chalice of the Void. It's a really important card for the deck to be able to just play red and white in Modern and play a controlling role. Though Jund, a lot of varied mana cost, actual answers to Chalice of the Void.
You see Andrew playing Tarmogoyf, and the important part of that, he's playing it off of a basic forest. So Banishing Light takes care of the Tarmogoyf. But he wants to get that basic forest and basic swamp very quickly.
This is a matchup where Todd sideboard Elspeth Sun's Champion. If Jund doesn't exist, maybe that's not even a sideboard. Like, this is what it's for. The idea is you can cast Elspeth. It's really good against Tarmogoyf, what have you. And also just the 3/1/1's really hard to overcome.
Jund, I'm not sure how Jund beats that card. I mean, they have a very small window. That thing is, if you want to have a mid-range fight, Elspeth is the queen of mid-range fights. It's just,
you want to Inquisition, Blood Moon, you want to Thoughtseize Elspeth, and hope that solves all your problems.
Liliana of the Veil for Andrew, and you see he now fetched up that basic swamp, so he's got some Blood Moon insurance, and Liliana's going to go to work. She +1s, both players discard. No Bolt for Andrew, no Sacred Foundry for Todd. Maybe a Planeswalker of his own, though. Yeah, it's going to be Nahiri the Harbinger on Todd's side. He'll discard a Plains to draw a Lightning Helix.
And if you were wondering, this deck does feature a copy of Emrakul the Aeon's Torn.
No Raging Ravine yet for Albrecht, so no pressure on the Nahiri. He'll play a Stomping Ground untapped. And there we go, mid-range fight. This is where Andrew wants to be. Huntmaster of the Fells is the play.
A lot of pressure on Todd to be able to sweep this up so he can protect his Nahiri, just go for the easy win with Emrakul. Todd's deck does play a couple copies of Wrath of God, so sweeping this up, it's difficult, but he has some outs to it.
Right, I mean, Todd's getting into a mid-range fight against Jund. It's a precarious spot to be sure.
And as the Liliana ticks up, less likely that Todd's able to get to 6 mana and Elspeth.
No Finks for Andrew, and then a Plains hits the bin for Todd. Todd will discard Plains and draw. Looks like he drew another Rugged Prairie. So his hand is Rugged Prairie, Lightning Helix. He's going to main phase the Helix on Huntmaster. It's important because if he doesn't play a spell, that will transform.
Prevent it from flipping in 2 ways.
Right. The last card, is it a land? If it is, he'll just play it. And it is. It's Rugged Prairie.
Sandbagging that. You kind of wish you could because of the Nahiri. You can't because of the Liliana. And the Wolf's sticking around, so Todd will not be able to ultimate Nahiri on the following turn.
Yeah, Nahiri down to 6. Very important there. Andrew, 2 cards remaining. It looks like a land and a Grim Lavamancer. So he'll go Lavamancer, play land, and then plus up the Liliana. Nobody discards because nobody has any cards. But Liliana set to ultimate next turn. Todd's draw is a basic land.
It's going to be an interesting decision for Albrecht on the following turn with the Liliana. There's a lot of incentive to split the Nahiri against the rest of Todd's permanents. Maybe put a land like a Rugged Prairie with the Nahiri.
I was saying Todd would have loved to have hit a Wrath of God there.
Yes.
Instead, he drew Emrakul.
That's way less good.
Too soon, Emrakul. Not yet.
Emrakul's not known for her timing.
And now Albrecht will get a Liliana ultimate. I'm interested to see if he just immediately ultimates her or whether he
take a turn to plus,
so you can have it
around.
Yeah. My guess is he just ultimates. I think it's too good to wait.
If he top decks Liliana, that would make it easy for him.
Okay, yeah, then he can have everything. He has this Wolf and Lavamancer. So Wolf will attack Nahiri down to 6. His draw looks like it was just a land, so he'll play it. It's his other swamp.
Yeah, if you were going to ultimate Liliana, you would do it before attacking. Force Todd to pick the Nahiri and maybe a land with it.
Right. And then you could decide whether you're attacking Todd or the Nahiri. So yeah, he's going to plus Liliana to 7. Todd discards Emrakul and shuffles him back in, or her back in. You know, when I do this, I draw Emrakul the next turn.
Same.
It's great. And Andrew passes. This is really the last window for Todd. His draw for turn is Lightning Helix.
You know, before Andrew had the Grim Lavamancer, that would have been reasonable. theoretically, he could win this game just with Nahiri, even in the face of Liliana Ultimate, but because there's 2 creatures, he could use Nahiri to exile the Wolf, Lightning Helix the Grim Lavamancer, roll those dice. It's bold. Unclear how he wins the game otherwise, though.
I like it, yeah. Because his Nahiri is going to be chipped down too far by this Wolf and Grim Lavamancer if he tries to play any other role.
Reaching for a second die.
I guess he could discard Helix and just hope to draw Wrath of God. That would be the big win, right?
Yeah, then he would, ticked it down. He's doing it. I love it.
All right, so down to 4 for Nahiri. The Wolf is gone. And he's got a Helix now because if Andrew shoots and untaps and shoots, then Nahiri's gone.
Yep.
He's Helixing the Liliana.
Okay.
That means he's going to lose his Planeswalker.
I do not like this line.
End step. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, and it exiles 2 cards. Lavamancer shoots Nahiri. Huh. So what's he trying to draw to then? If he's letting Nahiri go.
Second Nahiri, I guess. You know, you
don't
have to
give
tap
up
the
Nahiri
Lavamancer
to draw
here.
Nahiri though. That's not a thing.
I'm with you.
All right. Well, Nahiri's gone. Lavamancer shoots her down.
There's Gideon Jura is in the deck. That would be a great top deck.
Yeah, that would be great. Liliana ticks up to 5 there. Still no cards for Andrew. Is it? Nope, he's going to cast Simian Spirit Guide.
You could cast it or discard it.
On Andrew's side, he draws. It's another land. Lavamancer's going to shoot down the monkey, and I think Liliana's going up to 6. She's getting ready to ultimate again.
Yep. Liliana as a couple of Stone Rains is less exciting than Nahiri versus lands, but, you know, you'll take it.
Ugh. Now that Andrew's down to 1 card in graveyard for the Lavamancer, Todd is going to draw the Rest in Peace.
It turns off Tarmogoyfs off of the top for Albrecht, but it's not great at this spot.
His deck is built around all these lock pieces, and they can lock the game early on, but when he hits them out of order in the late game, they can be duds.
And with the Rest in Peace in play, the Banishing Light is no longer a bargaining chip for Stevens against the Liliana, because Andrew doesn't care if he sacrifices it so he can get his 0-1 Tarmogoyf. I suppose you can if you put the 2 in opposite piles, you either have a 0-1 Tarmogoyf or you still have no Tarmogoyf.
Swing from Lavamancer puts Todd to 25. Andrews has an interesting decision here. His last card in hand is Maelstrom Pulse. He's got no good targets for it yet. He wants to plus Liliana so he can ultimate her next turn. At the same time, he really would like to have that Maelstrom Pulse. That's a good insurance policy against something like Elspeth.
Sure. Todd's still on 5 lands, though.
So he's going to pulse away the Rest in Peace.
And I like that, given this allows him to top deck more Tarmogoyfs. The 0-1 Tarmogoyf wouldn't do a lot for him.
And now he pluses Liliana up to 7. She's ready to ultimate next turn. Another Simian Spirit Guide for Todd Stevens. He'll cast it.
When you were asking me what plays Todd might have been trying to set up, I do not believe that Runner Simian Spirit Guide was the line.
Unlikely. It's not very good here. Abrupt Decay on Banishing Light gets Tarmogoyf back.
You may as well just Edict with Liliana from this point.
Enchantment and... yeah, he'll just plus. He's plussing her to 8.
That's fine, too.
Yeah, the Tarmogoyf is a 2-3 already. Leyline of Sanctity for Todd. When you start getting into top deck wars, Sun and Moon's got some issues. It's your...
Leyline protects him from Liliana Ultimate, though. That has faded from being the what this game is about.
And actually the -2. So now Liliana's not... I mean, Todd's playing off the top of his deck. This was a removal spell for Liliana in a roundabout way.
It's an Abrupt Decay proof Banishing Light.
Yeah, this was really good. Okay. I mean, I don't know if it doesn't put him ahead, but it does cleanly answer Liliana.
Yes.
Pithing Needle, the draw for Andrew.
Sure.
I actually like that quite a bit. The Planeswalkers are how we could lose.
You may just wait until you see a Planeswalker on the table, assuming you know that Todd has Nahiri and Gideon. I don't think either of them matters enough more than the other that it's not worthwhile to just wait.
Not for one activation.
Especially given that Nahiri can't exile untapped artifacts.
Right. And now we're in a top deck where Andrew actually just has to pass. Todd plays a land, says go. This is really interesting. So the late game that Andrew's drawing to, the Lilianas are dead. His Huntmaster, that one's already gone.
And that was the 1 Maelstrom Pulse in the 75.
Yeah. Liliana pluses, discarding Liliana. Why is Andrew still plussing Liliana to discard his own cards?
Food for the Lavamancer.
Okay, and for the Goyf, because that was a hit for 3.
Sure.
Looks like Spirit Guide's attacking, at Andrew. Curious if Andrew's going to use Lavamancer to shoot it. He says no. He doesn't want to give up Instant and Planeswalker just yet. So he's at 15, Todd's at 22. Swings back, Todd down to 19. And a big draw for Albrecht. It is another Tarmogoyf. Now he has a pair of 3/4s. The race that once was close is no longer.
Wrath of God would still be great here.
Yeah, a pass. Something white. It is Journey to Nowhere, though. Takes care of a Tarmogoyf.
Elspeth also would have been pretty powerful.
No attack from Todd. He passes back. I think he decides that if he swings for 2, then Andrew can hit back for 1 with Lavamancer.
Yep.
Todd's not even interested in that. He doesn't. He's not winning the race.
Yep. If you want to get through with that Lavamancer, force him to use that graveyard and shrink the Tarmogoyf.
Life totals even up. Tarmogoyf in at 15. For Todd, he draws Emrakul.
Abrupt decay off the top for Albrecht. That's a solid pickup.
Can hit the Journey to Nowhere. That's pretty great. But actually, he'll go for the Spirit Guide instead. Terminate was the play, so he has to go for Spirit Guide. It does add creature to the graveyard, so you have creature instant Planeswalker enchantment. Goyf's now a 4 power.
And the land last turn was Raging Ravine. This one doesn't look like it's going to last too much longer.
Yeah, I mean, this is why you don't try to get into top deck wars against Jund, because
you're playing their game at that point.
4, 4, 1. That's 9 damage. Todd drops to 6. Even a Wrath of God doesn't save him here. But how about this? Elspeth's Son's Champion. If Andrew did not have Pithing Needle, this could win the game. Now, we know that Andrew has covered it.
Yes.
Which is great. I guess even so, Todd would have to be worried about being burned out by Lavamancer. Andrew's going to make this one far harder for Todd. A draw from Albrecht. Yeah, he's going to needle that Planeswalker down.
Yep. Tarmogoyf can safely attack into these soldier tokens.
Raging Ravine, I think so too. So, creature land fired up, going to become a 5/5. These, both Goyf and the Ravine must be blocked because of that Lavamancer representing the last 2 points.
Liliana Sanctity does block that.
Okay, right, he can't go upstairs.
But I would block.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to block anyway. For Todd...
I assume he has more Banishing Lights in the deck, right? Are we out of that
One
effect?
Banishing Light. Yeah, can he blow up the Pithing Needle is what we're looking at?
Not seeing it.
No. In his 75, there is not another answer.
That is a bummer.
If somehow it got tapped, then here it would work.
You are right.
I don't think that can happen.
Blessed Alliance has some text that untaps, but it doesn't tap, and it only affects creatures, so...
Lavamancer can't shoot Todd, but it can shoot his soldier token, and that's what Albrecht will do. He's clearing the way for a lethal swing.
And unless Todd has a Lightning Helix, it doesn't look like he can survive this turn. I don't even know if that gains him enough life to get through this.
Puts the ley line. Elspeth's hiding behind that ley line. Both players discard. He'll get the last card in Todd's hand. Well, it's Emrakul, so he has one more card. Blessed Alliance, maybe? That could do work here.
If I was Todd Stevens here, I'd go for a pile shuffle.
It's rude.
Well, he's not conceding. He may as well, right?
Gotta. Swing here. Goyf is a 2/3. Ravine is a 6 power. It is Blessed Alliance from Todd, so he's going to escalate it.
And the no attack with the Lavamancer.
Yeah.
That costs Albrecht a little bit here.
So Andrew sacrifices an attacking creature. Todd gains 4. So he goes to 10, then takes 6, goes down to 4. Still drawing off the top of his deck to answer Raging Ravine. Can you do it? Lightning Helix. That would have done it a long time ago.
Now that you're facing down a 6/6, turning into a 7/7 Raging Ravine.
Actually lethal through the Helix, isn't it?
Yep. Even if you Helix the Lavamancer, still just at 7.
Lavamancer could shoot itself in response to deny that, but he doesn't even need to.
Nope.
Here's Raging Ravine. I swing with both. Albrecht going to play around Blessed Alliance now. It's 8 power of attackers. Helix isn't going to do it. He'll go to 7 and take 7. That's the play. Lavamancer down, and match goes to Andrew Albrecht. Jund taking the match in 3 over Todd Stevens' Sun and Moon deck.
And that's kind of the problem you run into when you register a 4 engineered explosives, 4 Blood Moon deck. Jund just has a lot more live draws at really any stage of the game.